Hey guys, Erin Wester here. So, I don't go live on Instagram very often. I'm in Instagram stories multiple times a day, but I'm just not on Instagram Live a whole lot. I do Facebook Lives, things like that, post videos on YouTube, but the 15-second clip has kind of become my comfort zone at Instagram. So I'm going to try to do a live Instagram at least once a month. Or once a week. That's my goal. So, today I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys, give you guys a little bit of my story, since a lot of people who follow me here do not follow me on Facebook. So I figured I would just do a little short story about myself. I have some time in between two meetings for work, sitting in my car in the parking lot with the snow coming down. A beautiful March day in Wisconsin with snow. But who am I exactly? So you guys know me as a Fit Spiritual Mom, also known as Erin Wester. I am an online health and fitness coach. In June, it'll be 8 years that I've been involved in coaching, which is fantastic. I've been involved in the same company for those almost 8 years. I also am a guardianship supervisor at a nonprofit. So I supervise about 400 and some odd clients that we have in Milwaukee that are deemed incompetent. We have Milwaukee County, Kenosha, Racine, Waukesha, Walworth, Washington, so Jefferson County. So multiple counties in southeastern Wisconsin that we have our clients in. And so I supervise about 8 guardianship representatives. And I also have a small caseload of my own. So that's what I do for my full-time job. I've been a social worker now for 9 years. So I've worked in multiple areas of social work. I've worked in child protection for about 3 years. I've also worked in homelessness. I've worked with mentally ill veterans, and I have worked in guardianship now for almost 2 years. Taking a year and a half off after my daughter was born to be home with her. And then I went back to my previous job as a supervisor instead of just a representative. So I kind of got a promotion after being gone for 18 months. So that's pretty fantastic. So I'm a social worker by trade. I have a bachelor's and a master's in social work. Hey, Sheila. So, a bunch of people are hopping on. But you're all moving by so fast I can't even pay attention. So, social worker by trade. I'm also a mom. I'm a mom of 3. So my son is 11 years old. He is a type 1 diabetic and have been for about 7 years. Also had twin daughters back in October 2015. One of my baby girls, Victoria, actually passed away when she was 12 days old. She had a very rare heart defect called basal ganglionitis. And it caused her to have a cardiac arrest when she was 6 days old. It was a heart attack. There's nothing we could really do. She didn't get revived in time. Her brain stem died. She would have been on machine for a few years and then would have eventually passed away. And we didn't want her in our house just on a machine, just having a machine keep her awake and keeping her alive. And she just wasn't really there. So that's why when she was 12 days old, we made that decision to send her up to heaven. But her sister Alexandra is a true blessing. She's amazing. She's on my Instagram stories all the time. If you guys have seen my Instagram stories, you've seen her. She's super fun, super energetic, just a great, great kid. And, we're extremely blessed to have the 2 healthy kids that we do. Sure, we deal with heart stuff with our daughter, and sure, we have diabetes with our son, but you know what? That's okay because we have more blessings than curses. So, in March, I'll have been married to this month, actually, March 21st, I'll have been married to my husband for 4 years. We've been together 7. We live in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. That's actually where I grew up. I did leave and go up to River Falls, Minneapolis for about 7 years, but then after I got pregnant with my son, I moved back to Lake Geneva. So our families are there in either Lake Geneva or Elkhorn. Friends are there. So we do a lot of things with our couple friends. We go do a lot of beer tasting type stuff. We're into wine, you know, we go to a lot of my son's activities. So, I mean, we're a very busy household. My son is in Cub Scouts, now Boy Scouts, because he leveled up to Boy Scouts. He's also involved in Destination Imagination. He does sports randomly. So, you know, a little baseball, a little soccer, basketball, golf, all in there. So, you know, we're busy. We're two working professionals, and we both have a side gig. For me, again, it's my health and fitness coaching. For him, he is a sports writer on the side because he's a technical writer, and that can get a little boring for him. So, my husband also does some sports reporting on the side. So, again, we're crazy busy, but we make time for family. We make time for our friends. We make weekends be for kids. Hey, Jane, for the kids. That's really what it's about. But really what I do as a health and fitness coach is I inspire and motivate mostly women, moms like me, to lose weight, start on their own side hustle just to get healthy, learn the right way of eating for them. I'm a huge believer in diet phasing, which is changing up your diet every month or 2-3 months when you're starting to hit a plateau, because not every diet works for everybody and our body just gets used to what we're doing. So I'm a huge believer in diet phasing. So I will phase between eating a higher fat diet, time nutrition, portion control, paleo. I'll kind of go in between all those and phase my diets that way. I learned about diet phasing from Chalene, who I love Chalene. I'm part of her 131 movement. While I've been doing my current workout program, I actually have shelved the 131 for now, but in April I'm going to be restarting it up with my girl who's on here. We're going to be starting together in April. So if you guys have 131 and you've just never gone all the way through it, you're interested in hearing more about diet phasing, obviously reach out to me and we will chat. But me and my girl are starting it in April. I don't think we've 100% decided the date. We're considering April 15th, but then maybe giving myself a week off. Yeah, Jane, right? Chalene's awesome. So yeah, I'm kind of digging this Instagram live here, guys. I gotta say, I'm kind of digging it. I think this is the first time I've done this. So, you know, again, I've been a health and fitness coach for almost 8 years. So my journey is, everybody's journey is different, but my journey is a little bit different than most. I started my journey back in 2008. I started with Weight Watchers and taking Zumba classes at the YMCA because my mom used to teach aerobics there, so we got a family membership. That's how I started my weight loss journey. I had 75 pounds to lose. I didn't even attempt to lose any of it until my son was over 2 years old. So that's how long it took me to actually do anything about it. You know, I hid from mirrors. I didn't like having my picture taken. When I saw a picture of myself, I just couldn't believe that was me, and I just kind of blew it off. But I finally realized I needed to get healthy for him and me. I was 75 pounds overweight. I was overweight when I got pregnant, and then obviously I gained probably about 40 pounds with my pregnancy. It's kind of weird because with my second pregnancy, it kind of went the same way, but that was twins, but we'll get into that. But that's when I started doing Weight Watchers. I started doing Zumba, and obviously Weight Watchers worked for me for a while. I think I lost about 30 pounds with Weight Watchers, but then, you know, it stopped working. Again, my body got used to it. It needed something else. So that's when I was introduced to Shakeology and P90X. You know, I tried Shakeology a few times. I was like, I wasn't that into it. I bought P90X off of eBay, you know, so I wasn't really the ultimate Beachbody person at that time. But with P90X along with Weight Watchers, I was getting results. I think I lost another 15 pounds. But again, my weight loss stopped. And I have to do something else. This was about 2010 when Chalene was actually releasing Turbo Fire. That's when a friend from high school said, you need to get this Turbo Fire and you need to go on this Shakeology. And finally, I went on Shakeology, finally, after over a year. And obviously, I became a coach so I could get the discount, right? That's what everybody wants, a discount. So that's why I became a coach. But at that time, I was getting ready to graduate with my master's degree. This was 2010, and I was really, really nervous about finding a job. I was really, really scared that I wasn't going to be able to find a job. So I, Turbo Jam is awesome too. I've done Turbo Jam too. I've done them all. Trust me. So, I'm like, I might as well try to work this thing and make a little extra money. I was working at Starbucks trying to find a job, and, I was pretty successful at it. I became a diamond coach. Most people don't know what that means. Within 100 days. So I was making a couple $100 a week. I was really, really happy with that. I was getting results. And by 2011, I'd lost my 75 pounds. I was doing other Beachbody workouts. I was drinking Shakeology every day. I was kind of using Weight Watchers, but kind of not, just eating healthy. They didn't really have the easy meal plans back in 2010, 11 that they do now. They didn't have Portion Fix. They didn't have the containers. They didn't have any of those things. They really didn't even have challenge packs, I think, back then. I think I had to buy Turbo Fire and Shakeology separately. So I think it was over $200, and I put it on my credit card, the last $200 on my credit card, with the goal to make the money back within the next 30 days. And I did that. So, it was really about inspiring others. It was never really about the money for me, and it's still not really about the money for me. It's about showing people my passion for not just being a certain weight on the scale, for being healthy, being able to keep up with our kids, for not having to go on a whole bunch of medication, not having to go to the doctor all the time. That was really why I wanted to lose the weight. And I did lose the 75 pounds. I was the leanest I had been when I first met my husband. I was feeling fantastic, and then you're in a relationship, you get comfortable, you gain 25 pounds. That's kind of what happened. Wah, wah, wah. So in 2014, we actually got married. I had stopped working my business, really. I was pretty well into my career. I felt I was too busy. I had a husband now. I had a whole second set of family, and it was just, life got crazy, and I just let life get in the way, and I gained 25 pounds because I wasn't coaching. I wasn't being accountable to anyone. I wasn't motivated. I wasn't really doing anything. And then 2014 came around, we got married, and then I wanted to lose the weight, and that's when I first started 21 Day Fix. And in my first round of 21 Day Fix, I lost 10.6 pounds and 11 inches. Yes, that's in 21 days, in 3 weeks. So that's when I decided, what am I doing? We're going to have more kids. I wanted to stay home with my kids. Why am I not working this business? I know how to make money. Why am I not doing that? Why did I go down 2 ranks? Why did I let that happen? I was losing out on hundreds and hundreds of dollars that just my team was making. My team was still doing the work. I was not. So that was my fault. But, as I said, my story is different than everybody else. So I recommitted myself, and in 10 weeks of recommitting myself to my business, I lost, I think 20 of the 25 pounds I had gained, and I had built my business up more than what it had been in 2011. So I rank advanced 3 times in 10 weeks. I either tripled or quadrupled my income. I can't remember of what I was making. I was on track to, when we got pregnant, being able to not go back to my job, because that had been the goal. I think about mid 2015, I was making double what I was making as a social worker with my business, with my side hustle. So I was making twice as much as I was as a social worker. Disclaimer, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income. Every individual's income is based on their effort, skill, and diligence. Gotta get a disclaimer. Gotta do that for Beachbody. So, so the decision was made. I wasn't going to be returning to my job. They made it pretty easy for me because I needed to go on bed rest, and I needed extended maternity leave. And since I hadn't been at my job for a year yet and didn't qualify for the Family Medical Leave Act yet, I was let go from my job. Yep. But luckily, I had Beachbody. And then, I had the twins. They were healthy. And then 6 days in, the heart attack happens. We're in the hospital, Children's Hospital, for 6 days. really high medical bills. I think it was about $100,000 in medical bills, but luckily we had fantastic insurance, which brought it down to about $3,000. But the Beachbody community was so behind me. My team, my coach, my friends fundraised for us, so we fundraised enough to pay our medical bills. Beachbody paid for the funeral and the headstone, and we weren't in any debt after that happened, and that could have just been a horrible tragedy. We could have gone thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in debt if we wouldn't have had insurance, tens of thousands. So people who complain about having to have health insurance, trust me, you need it, because would you rather have owed $2,500 or $100,000? Yeah, I think I would rather owe $2,500. So, Beachbody was behind me, and Beachbody made it so I could stay home with my daughter for 18 months. When she was 18 months old, I did go back to work. I wanted to go back to where I was working, not because, they had let me go, but I had a really amazing boss there, and they only had a supervisor position open, and the old me would have not even applied, would have been like, you have no supervisory experience. Why are you even going to apply for that? But I did, and I got the job because of my confidence in myself, because of my work ethic. They know that I'm a hard worker. They know that I'm passionate about the job. So, yes, I still am a health and fitness coach, even though I have a full-time job. Yes, I still work my butt off trying to inspire and motivate other women. Yes, I'm still trying to build my income. Why? Because I've had $100,000 in student loan debt that I need to pay off, guys. And it's hard to do that when you don't have a 100% set salary. And I was working so hard that I was neglecting my family. Even though I was home, like when my husband was there, I was working. When my daughter was napping, I was working. Weekends, I was working. I didn't have any more family balance. That's how hard I was working to keep up that double my social work salary income. You guys, sure, it's hard, but you know what? It's 100% worth it. And yeah, I work a full-time job and I do this on the side, but I've figured out a way to juggle it so that I am not taking time away from my family. My family still gets about 3 hours of my undivided attention every night. I put my kids to bed every single night. So, you know what? Yeah, I'm not building my business as fast as I did back in 2014 and 15. But you know what? That's okay. I'm okay with that. Because, again, I say it's not about the money because it's not, but it's a little bit about the money. Obviously, there's bills to pay, there's debt to pay off. So I can get to that point where I can officially 100% stay home because all our debt's paid off. We're debt-free. When we're 100% debt-free, then it doesn't matter that much what I'm bringing in income-wise. And that's really the goal, is to get debt-free and be home with my kids. So that's really the goal. And that's why I'm a coach, because I believe in the mission behind the company. I believe in what Beachbody's done for me. I'm on my second 75-pound weight loss. You guys, I had twins. Obviously, I gained like 50 pounds. They were each 7.5 pounds when they were born. So I gained a lot of weight. But I've got about 40 pounds to go on my second 75-pound weight loss. And, it's a journey, guys. It's not a sprint. So the same thing as my weight loss journey is the same thing with my business. And, I'm always looking for other moms who have the same passion and motivation as me, who just want to help others and want to do this as a team and really have people to help keep you motivated and on track and accountable. So that's all I wanted to say for today. I hope everybody has a fantastic Tuesday, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.